everyone.
How's it going? We're Elisa and Lily, the mother-daughter founders of this YouTube channel, StyleLikeU, and the creators of the What's Underneath project. I'm Lily.
I'm Elisa.
This is my mom.
Hey, everyone.
We're going live. Well, we went live last week on YouTube. We're trying to go live more with you guys and let you in on what's going on with us. Can you guys tell us where you're tuning in from and what cities and countries you're in? Those of you that are already tuned in. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you, Anna.
Have any of you watched the new campaign mission video that we just put up? We're wondering.
Have you guys all?
We're hoping.
Okay, wait. They're writing where they're from. St. Louis, Lebanon,
Mexico,
Atlanta, Sydney, Zurich, Georgia, DC. So cool. We're always so moved by how global this community is. It's so cool.
I know. Wish we could meet you all in person. So we're trying to do it this way.
So are any of you aware of the campaign we launched yesterday? My mom has left me to grab our dog.
Sorry.
This is Clark. Say hi to Clark. This is our dog, Clark. So yesterday we launched, I don't know if you guys saw the latest video on our YouTube channel, but it's the new channel trailer. It's called Join the Self-Acceptance Revolution on Patreon. And it was a really big launch for us because I'm not sure if any of you have noticed, but it's been a while since we've had new videos on this YouTube channel. It's been about 6 months or so since we've released a new episode of the What's Underneath project. And the reason for that is because we've been gearing up to launch this Patreon campaign. And how many of you do you guys know what Patreon is? How many of you are familiar with Patreon? I'm not sure if other YouTubers that you follow are on Patreon, but basically Patreon is a membership platform for independent content creators that will allow us to continue to create the What's Underneath project and relaunch our other video series and continue going global and be
unapologetic, independent, innovative makers of this beautiful content that has changed our lives. And we get so many messages from all of you of how much it's changed all of yours. And we're just so eager to be producing so much more content than we're able to. Because we refuse to do partnerships with any brand or any corporation that wants to control our casting or control our content or control what we talk about and not enable us to be as free and expressive and to deliver this amazing message of acceptance and to all of you. And we really feel the future is in the people powering this movement and the revolution. And you've been all amazing, amazing supporters of us, and we're so incredibly grateful to all of you. And we decided that we would rather communicate with all of you and have you support us and enable us to keep making this amazing content. And we felt that that was just much more aligned with our message and what we're doing, because we don't want to change any of the beauty of what we're doing and any of the radical honesty of what we're doing, because it's that radical honesty that is creating us all to wake up to how beautiful we are in our own skin and to create a world where everyone is comfortable in their own skin. So and feels free to, and that for us is the real style and the real beauty. So we really wanted to just come here and talk to you all about Patreon and why we're doing what we're doing.
And our vision and the backstory and why we're doing it.
And we're wondering whether you've watched the new video that we put up and whether you understand it or whether you want to hear from us about Patreon and how you can join or why you would want to join. And we're here to answer your questions.
But let's start by telling them about some of the projects that we want to do.
Okay.
So we're really, so we've received so many messages from you guys on YouTube and on Instagram. I don't know if you guys follow us on Instagram, but that's where we update constantly. But tell more about our story. But anyways, we get so many incredibly moving messages from you guys about how the What's Underneath project and our other videos have, helped you with everything from overcoming eating disorders to, coming out as transgender, or to helping you with mental health struggles. Endless incredible stories of how
everyone is struggling with their bodies and with their comfort in their own skin because of the corporate controlled media and fashion and beauty media. And we're really wanting to, because of you, we have started this giant movement globally where we have, with no money spent, 75 million views on our What's Underneath videos alone. And we just want to continue the beauty of this movement.
Let's take a pause and acknowledge that. Like, you guys helped us. You guys have been part of helping us have 75
We're so grateful to you.
75 million views on our videos, and we haven't spent $1 on marketing. It's all been organic because of people like you who have shared the videos with your friends and with your families, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, that's so fucking cool. Like, that blows our minds. Like, we are just, it's just the two of us and a couple other people helping us. And we work out of my mom's house, and we film in living rooms, and it's so crazy to know that our videos have reached those corners of the world. And keep telling us keep telling us in the comments where you're from, because it's so cool for us to see that we're in New York, and it's so crazy to us to see how far-reaching this content
and
is.
we want to come to your cities and to your countries.
Right. So that's what I was saying. So yeah, we get so many of those incredible messages and comments on our videos, and we've gotten so many messages from people in every corner of the world: Macedonia,
everywhere,
Mexico City, South Africa, Australia, India, Egypt, all over the world,
South America, Asia.
People asking us to come to their cities and do the What's Underneath project and our other content there. And we're so eager and excited to do that. We've already had the privilege of taking the What's Underneath project to LA, New Orleans, London, Paris, Berlin.
Yes, we are mother and daughter.
Yes, we're mother and daughter.
And we started this almost 10 years ago.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
So we've already taken the What's Underneath project to 5 new cities outside of New York, and we just want to keep going. And we want to get to far-reaching corners and explore self-image and identity and all of these kind of radically honest stories in different cultures. And okay, now you can say what you were going to say. Well, so basically what my point is that when we're launching Patreon is going to enable us to do that. If you guys show up for us and support us on Patreon and become a member, not only will you get really cool rewards that bring you in closer to this community and, like access to much more information about what we're working on all the time.
Our casting, our thoughts of where we should go, all the different kinds of content that we produce. We want to bring back now with Patreon and with your support. Like, in addition to What's Underneath, I don't know how many of you know that we have this closet series where we've done about 800 videos on super unique, fascinating, amazing people who have incredible personal style, and we've gone into their homes and explored what's behind their style and how that's all a comfort in their skin, and how it's all about their spirit, and how their style and their beauty is inside, and it's not about the bag, and it's not about the thing that's on the outside, but it's all about how style and beauty is on the inside, which is What's Underneath is all about as well. And so we have all of those videos, and we want to go back to them, and we want to travel to your cities and to your towns and do closets and do What's Underneath and do podcasts and do What's Underneath open calls in where you live and explore and unpack style and identity and self-image and all these things where all of the oppression needs to be taken down, and we need to free ourselves to be true to ourselves and to feel beautiful in our own skin. And we want to do this in your city and in your town. With the help, we can do that on Patreon.
With your support on Patreon, we're going to relaunch our closet series. If you haven't seen it, there are already a lot of episodes on our YouTube channel and on our website, StyleLikeU.com. We've done hundreds of them, but that was what we did before we even launched the What's Underneath project. So we're gonna
more closet
more
interviews
closets
to come with Patreon, and with your help for sure. We can't wait.
So yeah, if you and what were we saying before?
We should also talk about how being on Patreon enables us to be in a lot of communication with you and what you want to, where you want us to go and what you want to see. If you want to see more closets and you want to see them in certain places, or, whatever it is that you're interested in. And so we're really excited that Patreon offers us the ability to have that kind of transparency and communication with you on our content. Because we really believe that being on Patreon and being supported by you is the really right alignment for StyleLikeU and for our message of everyone being free to be comfortable in their skin, and that is the style and that is the beauty, and to get out from under the corporate brands and magazines and media that tell us that we're not good enough. So we don't want to have to deliver our message in any other way, but in an uncontaminated and pure and free way with you, and not have to take the support of any of these places and systems.
Only to not. Yeah. So we've had some disheartening experience with corporate sponsors who have wanted to sponsor our videos, which has been, that's been our approach for the last few years, is to try to, until we discovered Patreon, is to try to have corporate sponsors support the What's Underneath project's expansion and be part of this. And unfortunately, oftentimes a lot of brands want to control you if they sponsor you. So they want to control who you're casting, censor the interviews, make it a little bit more watered down, the content. And we're just not willing to do that. So we have refused a lot of partnerships, but it's made it a struggle to continue. Our integrity is really important to us, but it's made it a struggle to make new videos. And that's why there hasn't been a new video of What's Underneath in about 6 months, because we've been trying to figure out a new approach. And that's how we discovered Patreon.
And that's why we haven't been doing the closets, because we don't have the funds to do them. If we had the funds, we would be doing all of it. And we're just raring to go. We can't wait to produce it all. So, we're asking, it's very vulnerable for us. But we feel that vulnerability is the bomb. Vulnerability is the courage, and vulnerability is the strength. And that's what we've learned from all of our videos and from all of the amazing people that we've interviewed, is that vulnerability is what connects us, and vulnerability is what makes us strong. So we've decided that we have to go full on vulnerable ourselves, and to share with you that we've hit a lot of walls in terms of funding these videos, and we want to be transparent about that, and ask for your support and ask for your help however you can do it, whether it's becoming a member on Patreon or
spreading the word. Yeah, so you can become a member on Patreon for as little as $2 a month, and there's a bunch of other tiers after that. But if you can't afford to become a patron, you can help us by spreading the word about this campaign. You can it would be amazing if on your social media channels you were able to share the video that we posted yesterday, which is the campaign video that we've been working on for months. Share that on your Facebooks, on your Twitters, on your Instagrams. That would be amazing. And then also, if you could on your channels share a personal story about why these StyleLikeU videos have helped you on your own journey to accepting yourself, and expressing yourself and being comfortable in your own skin, and kind of share that, and ask that your followers consider following us and supporting us too. That would be another amazing way to support us in this really pivotal moment of expansion.
Also, we want to connect with you. I mean, we want to see your beautiful style, your beautiful bodies, all of that. So by doing I am What's Underneath hashtag on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, and then hashtag us, so that we can actually connect with you and hear your story and see you. We're really, really wanting to do that. We're craving that. That interaction with the people that love our work and that support these videos. We want to know who you are, because we're so incredibly grateful to you, and we really want you to know that. And you are supporting, you have started a global movement, and we want to make this movement a full-on revolution, and something that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because we want to live in a world that we're happy in, and that we feel good about ourselves, and we feel good about aging, and we feel good about our skin color, and we feel good about the shape of our bodies, and we feel good about our genders, and all of that. And we can only do that by joining each other and connecting with each other and not being fearful of each other, and by listening to each other's stories, which is what our videos are all about, is just getting really deep. Brands have tried to copy us, and there's a lot of watered down messages out there that are, not really deep enough, and not meaningful and powerful enough to really change us in the way that these videos have, based on all of your comments and all of the messages that we've gotten back and how much it's also affected us personally. We just feel that it really needs to be in the form of these really deep interviews and meaningful interviews where people really experience a catharsis, and then that enables all of you to experience a catharsis, and it's enabled us to experience a catharsis and to release shame, and release our shame. So we're releasing our shame right now with you by saying that we really need your support and would very much appreciate your support, and would really love to be providing much more content for you very quickly and very soon. So that's what we're here to express. And
so if you feel so inclined, the link is patreon.com/StyleLikeU, and you can watch our full campaign video there, or here on our YouTube channel. And yeah, does anyone have any questions for us? And keep telling us where you're all from. It's really cool to see where you're all from. Everyone who's tuned in.
Where do you live, Neil, who's working on a project about dandies? We've done a lot of our closet videos. I don't know whether you've looked at all of those, but we've covered dandies. We've covered every type of person. There's like 800 of them there, and we really want to go back to them, and we can't wait to do that. But that sounds interesting, what you're doing. And style is so important for one's identity.
Someone said, what made us start this project?
We started this project because I was a fashion stylist in the industry for about 25 years. I was an editor at the magazines, and at the time, we're mother and daughter, and Lily got to a certain age where she felt very out of the conversation of fashion based on the fashion magazines that didn't show any women that were anything other than very skinny and very empty and like 13 years old. And that was, pretty much the model of, that was pretty much what the models were looking like. And I, at the same time, felt alienated over time, like about 10 years ago, from the fashion industry, because it was so homogenous and so exclusive and making people feel badly about themselves, and didn't have the kind of freedom of expression that it once had when I had started in the 80s. So we just got together and picked up our home video camera and started shooting all the people that we were actually inspired by. We started with the closets, which we had mentioned, and all of them are on our website. Many of them are on YouTube, but they're all on our website, and they're super fascinating. We want to encourage you to look at YouTube, because that's YouTube's been just an amazing supporter of us, and that's because of all of you. So you can watch many of them there, although all the what's underneath are on our YouTube channel, but there's many more closets on our website. And that's how we started. We started shooting these people in their homes, and it was completely amazing right from the very beginning, talking about how their style was, talking about the story of their style and how they got to their style, and how it came from a lot of struggle and a lot of trying to find their individuality. And the very first closet we did was someone who was talking about, this really cool woman who was talking about how she loved this part of her body, and being very flat chested and not caring that she didn't have any cleavage, but she just loved how flat she was. And we knew right away that this was gold, and that this was it was so liberating. It was very liberating to me. I never wore a padded bra or a bra again. And I started to love that part of my body. And that was almost 10 years ago. And that is on, that's how we started. And then we just kept going and going, and we've done 800 closets. Do you want to say anything about the closets?
Yeah. And then, what happened is it was all before What's Underneath. And then what we started to realize when we were interviewing all these people in their homes about their style and the way they dress and what it says about who they are, we started to realize that their style and beauty really had nothing to do with the objects that they were wearing, that the objects were just reflections of this incredible spirit of an incredibly strong and independent thinking person underneath the clothes, and about being comfortable in your own skin, that everyone that we were drawn to marched to the beat of their own drum and was comfortable in their skin. And that's what we were drawn to. It wasn't about the clothes. The clothes were just an expression of their spirit. So that's actually how we started.
And anybody can have style, and anyone can have style. It's just about owning your beauty and owning that you're irrepeatable, and to not feel that you're any less than anyone else. And just to say something to Amani about your headscarf and all, I'm so glad that you have found, inspiration with StyleLikeU, because we include everybody that we possibly can include, every single type of person. And I agree with you. And another video series that we've done called Uniforms is something that we, with the help on Patreon, we want to do more of, which is exploring style and identity and self-image through groups of people that wear similar things. And we had done one on the Hasidics, and we were in the middle of doing one on Muslim women, but we didn't have the money to finish it. We would really like to do a whole film on that, because it is, to my opinion, some of the best style, amazing style. And we're really fascinated with cultures and their style and groups of people. And so we really want to bring the Uniform series back as well when we travel around, to do closets, to do what's underneath, to do our podcasts, and to do the Uniform series. And that's something that we're really trying to do on Patreon. So with your help, we can do that. And I hope that, answers your question. And I'm glad that you have found refuge in our channel. That's really amazing. And we're really grateful.
Someone said that they're inspired by our mother-daughter bond.
Yeah.
We do have quite a bond, right, Mom?
Yeah. I know it's really sad that let's just talk about the brand and mother and daughter. It's really annoying what the brands do, Kelly, for sure. They've just taken our message and watered it down, and then it kind of makes everybody have this false sense that we're there, like we're accepting. And the truth is, when we're going to have a documentary coming out in January that we've been working on for many years, and we've interviewed people on the street, and the truth is that we have so much more. There's so much more to do for acceptance, and people are still so brainwashed and so afraid to be themselves. And it's so upsetting how much the brands have taken our message for profit and have not worked with us. And we're really sick of it, which is one of the reasons why we've launched Patreon and why we've done this new campaign video that I hope you will all watch and that you will all spread and share. Mother and daughter, we just believe so much in what we're doing, and we are so connected. It hasn't always been easy. We've been doing this for almost 10 years, and we've definitely been pushed really, really, really hard. We have this really intense bond, and we can't be broken, and that's why we're still here actually doing this. Like, this cannot be broken because we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We both feel this is what we're supposed to be doing in life. And yeah, we're sure that this is what we're supposed to be doing. And there is no not doing it, no matter how hard it's been. And it's been hard because we've been really frustrated with trying to fund it. We had a terrible experience, really horrible experience that made us both kind of sick actually last winter, spring, with a brand that was going to come on. It was going to be a dream situation. They were going to fund what's underneath in all different countries in Europe, and they were going to support us all the way. And we were talking to them for almost 3 months. They were going to sponsor the Paris and Berlin series, and they dropped out at the very last minute after promising us that they were, after taking what's underneath off of the market and not letting anyone else sponsor it. And then they pulled out in the last minute. Once they saw the content, because it was just too honest and too radical and too truthful. And we were we were completely devastated, and we were really physically sick. Our nervous systems, we both sort of had nervous breakdowns. We did not feel well for a long time, and we were trying to figure out how we can keep going. And that's how we've come to Patreon, and that's how we've come to talking to all of you right now. So like everything in life, we really do believe, from all the people that we've interviewed, that these struggles do lead to new openings. And it's a new opening right now, talking to you about Patreon and talking to you all together. And we want to talk to you a lot more. And And we want to create content with you, and hear about all that you want, and to be able to bring that to you. That's really our dream.
Someone is asking for advice on finding your own style. I think that...
Oh, finding your own style. Loving yourself.
Yeah, but how do you do that?
You love yourself. You don't look at things that make you feel less than. Like, don't consume consciously. That's in our book. We have a book also, if you're not aware of it.
Do you guys know about our book? It's called True Style is What's Underneath, the Self-Acceptance Revolution. And it's basically like some of the, like a montage and a compilation of like the hundreds of people we've interviewed for Closets and for What's Underneath.
And all of their stories and all of their quotes.
It's pictures and quotes from their videos, and we've parsed it out into 7 chapters and 7 themes about what we've learned, because we've learned so much from everyone that we've interviewed. I mean, you're gonna love the book. The book is so beautiful.
Sorry.
So everyone that we've interviewed has like really taught us our own message. I mean, True Style is What's Underneath is not something that we started StyleLikeU knowing. We found it out through interviewing all these incredible people who marched to the beat of their own drum. They taught us what style really was. We just had this instinct that style wasn't being represented in the fashion media when, 10 years ago when we started. We were just frustrated seeing the same homogenous media, and we decided to turn our camera on people that we thought were super inspiring, that made our heads turn on the street. But then when we started interviewing them, we started to realize that their style and their beauty was coming from within, and was a result of their self-acceptance and their comfort in who they were, and not conforming to these made-up ideals of beauty and made-up trends and anything made up and kind of about money and greed ultimately. So they taught us our message, and in our book we parsed out that message into 7 chapters. So the first chapter is called Disentangle Style from Fashion.
So that is the beginning of a way to find your own style, is to try to separate what are you being told to buy, as opposed to what do you really feel is you, to just start to think about that. Like, it's so hard to separate what you feel you're supposed to buy and what is just really you. And the first step is to disentangle style from fashion, and to understand that real style is inside of you and not what anyone tells you should wear. So start with that. That's the beginning.
And then the second chapter of our book is called Dress to Express Your Inner Spirit. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. Yes, Max, I don't know if you just tuned in, but we've been talking about our Patreon campaign that we just launched, where you can become a monthly member of what we do, and help build the next chapter of this work. So you can contribute on patreon.com/StyleLikeU. But so what were we saying? Oh, the second chapter of our book is called Dress to Express Your Inner Spirit. The third chapter of our book is called Consume Consciously.
Which means...
Yeah, go ahead.
Which means to really think about what you're looking at and what you're taking in. Like, who are you following? And is that person making you, is that person or that company or whatever it is making you feel badly about yourself? Like, just start to take in content that's inspiring to you, because that's going to really change how you feel. Like, we're all so programmed to be liking the same thing and to be following celebrities and rich people and famous people and the same people. And meanwhile, are those people making you feel empty, or are those people making you feel good about yourself? And that's the third chapter of our book. And it's really life-changing when you start to do that. It's like when you watch our videos, you feel so empowered. So stay with things that make you feel empowered, and unfollow the things that make you feel badly about yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then the fourth chapter of our book is called Be Unapologetically Yourself, which I think is self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
But it features a really incredible group of people who we think are just emblematic of being unapologetically themselves. And then the next chapter is called Embrace Your Unique Identity. And then the next chapter is called Turn Your Struggles into Strength, because we've learned from doing 150 What's Underneath project interviews that there's nothing more beautiful than turning your struggle into a strength.
Right. And releasing your shame.
Most time when your struggles are your biggest strengths, if you embrace them and you recognize them as gifts and you see the lessons that they have to teach you. I mean,
And they help you to know yourself better, which it helps you to know your style. Like your style and your identity are the same thing. Your style is your style. Like you can't have someone else's style. Like your style is your style, and you have a right to have that style. Don't let anyone take that away from you because they're telling you to be someone else. It's just bullshit. So it's time for us to stop following those things and stop buying into those things and just start to understand that your style is your gift. It's your gift to the world, your style. Your style is your gift to the world. We all want to see your style. That's why we would really love you to be part of doing a campaign with us where you hashtag I am what's underneath on our Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and hashtag I am what's underneath so we can see your style. We want to see your style and we'll repost it. We don't want to see the same styles. We want to see your unique style. It's so boring to see the same style. You are a piece of art. You are unrepeatable. Yes, Jocelyn. I totally agree with you. We are all art. We are all here to be our full, unrepeatable selves and not to feel that we need to be anyone else. And the brands and the corporations and the existing fashion and beauty media is here to make you feel like you need to be someone else in order to be okay. So you keep buying the things that you don't need. It's okay to buy and it's okay to love things, but only if it's really a part of who you are. Your style is yourself and your style is your identity. And that is the revolution. And that's what all of you are helping us to create on StyleLikeU by being such amazing supporters of us. And we are so, 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 so grateful to you for that. So let's keep it going by joining Patreon so that we can keep giving you more videos and all of it.
So yeah, for any of you who just tuned in, we're I guess we're probably wrapping up, but please support.
Any other questions?
Yeah, we launched a Patreon campaign yesterday, patreon.com/StyleLikeU. And with Patreon and your support and your membership as part of this self-acceptance revolution, we will be able to expand the What's Underneath project, bring that series back. We are dying to bring it back. We literally can't wait.
We want to do a series on men
do it
first and then travel.
Yeah. First, we're going to do a season of What's Underneath featuring men and unpacking masculinity and letting men and male identifying people have a chance to express themselves on the What's Underneath stool. And then we're going to be doing yes to the men. Yes to the men. Yes. They need to be vulnerable. They need to let it out. They need to wear what they want to wear. All of them, right? Well, we want to do so much more. Oh my God! Someone saw the Boys Do Cry video.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! That's so cool that you saw that. We didn't think anyone had seen that video.
Yeah, we want to do so much more of that. Please join Patreon so that we can.
And then we're gonna keep going global with What's Underneath. We want to go to South Africa, Mexico City, India, Egypt. We want to explore people's stories
and Portugal. Hi, Portugal. We'd love to go there. And we love London so much.
Well, Neil, we've already come to London.
London has been an amazing place for us.
London's a constant, so I'm sure we'll be back soon.
We love London. We love England.
And then we're going to relaunch our closet series. We're going to, I don't know if have you guys listened to our new podcast? I think you might be annoyed that we've been posting only podcasts on our YouTube channel, but I do think that you will love our podcast that we have launched in the last 6 months. We've done 23
Argentina,
episodes.
Yes.
We've done 23 episodes of our podcast this year, and it's a really nice way to like engage with this content when you're on your phone, just like taking a walk or making dinner. And it's really cool because it also allows us to like let our interviews be long and uncensored and unfiltered, because oftentimes we're cutting these hour and a half long interviews into 10-minute videos for you guys on YouTube. But the podcast allows our interviews to just be like an hour long and just really loose.
Are all the podcasts on YouTube, or should they go are they all there, or should they go to?
No, all the podcasts are on YouTube.
Okay.
But you can listen to them on iTunes or on Spotify or anywhere that you get your podcast too.
And yes to Toronto, and yes to Argentina, and yes to India. We want to go, but we need your support to be able to go. These are all places we're dying to go. And I'm sure all of you would be so interested to see the closets and the podcast and what's underneath and uniforms from these places. It's just going to be so inspiring for all of us to like be just giving you all of these beautiful humans and all of their unique expression so that we can just empower ourselves more and more to be ourselves, as opposed to this really, really oppressive media that is making us feel so badly about ourselves and feeling like we need to be someone else. So let's please, please, please join Patreon and support us.
Someone just said that they became a patron.
Yay.
Thank you, Louisa.
Thank you. Yay.
Thank you so
we love
much.
you. Thank you so much. So many stories need to be told, Jocelyn. Yes.
Jocelyn,
so many
shout
more.
out to Jocelyn for being
the
Jocelyn.
most
engaged.
We
YouTube
love you.
Live member.
Where are you?
Yeah, where's Jocelyn?
And someone asked where we are. We're in New York.
We're in New
Lily
York.
lives in LA and New York. I'm still in New York, but maybe going to do LA too. But we really just want to be traveling to all of you guys. That's like our real wish.
It's snowing. Can you see the snow? We're in my mom's apartment in her living room.
Where's Jocelyn? Georgia.
Georgia. We need to come to Atlanta.
We want to go to Atlanta. That was something we were talking about today.
I've listened to one about Mara about 4 times, and after working with her, it made me appreciate her as a being much more. I look forward to listening to more podcasts. Thanks, Anita.
Yes.
Yeah, that podcast was such a good
Mara
one.
Hoffman, amazing podcast. Amazing. It is so much more fulfilling to hear the depth of somebody rather than seeing the superficiality or seeing them from a distance. And that's what we love to do, is to really see what makes someone who they are. That's like what we love so much.
Oh, wow. This has been fun.
Yeah.
We have so much work to do, but I'd rather stay here and chat with you guys all day.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. The podcasts are going to be coming back very soon. They're going to be the first things we do with Patreon, with the Patreon money. And we're already lining them up. And we've started, we're going to be starting to do the interviews and put them out soon.
We have really good interviews scheduled for that.
Really good.
Really good.
You guys are going to love them.
And you can always, anytime you ever have an idea of someone that you think we should interview, you can always DM us on Instagram or email info@StyleLikeU.com if you have ideas. We love to hear from you, your ideas.
And please follow us on Instagram, because that's where we're the most, where you can really, we'll try to come more and do this. But that's where, you'll get like a lot of updates and everything that's going on. And you can see some footage. We had 2 amazing events this week. They're really beautiful with fans, and people got to participate in what's underneath. A lot of men, as I said, wanted to do it. So you should, if you get onto Instagram, you can see some of the footage from that. And then when all the StyleLikeU people are in one room, which we had in my house the next night this week, it's just the most beautiful thing. And we really want to be doing that with all of you, and come to all of you and get everyone together and get this community really connected, and also, not just virtually, but really. So that's really our goal. So anyway, thank you all for this.
Thank you so much for uplifting us this afternoon. It's been so nice to chat with you and share more.
Yeah, we can have more meet and greets in New York City too. We are going to have more in New York City. Well, we're going to have one. We're going to have one in Hudson on the 27th, but that's probably too far for you. But we're going to have more. We're going to have more in New York City in January.
Maybe sooner. You never
Maybe
know.
sooner.
We're coming to Philadelphia soon, but we're announcing that in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
But anyways.
We love you guys.
No, New Zealand. We want to come there.
Well,
and
Australia,
do what's underneath
and
in
maybe
Australia, New Zealand. So, if you guys, once this Patreon gets off the ground, we're going to be making moves. So
yeah,
and New Zealand is not out of the question.
No, none of it is. We just want to keep shooting, and that's what we love to do, and to give it to you. That's what we want. So thank you all so much. We love you, and we appreciate you deeply.
Much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I would